Hello, HalfPint here, and I just wanted to say real quick, if you've been enjoying my content, please remember to subscribe to the channel here on YouTube and follow me on Twitch so you can always catch us when we're live and see more content. Also, if you are new here, welcome in, and if you're enjoying the video, please remember to like it because it helps me out a lot. I also post funny clips and other things on TikTok. All the links are in the description below, and thanks again. Now let's get into the video. It's day 4 of me quitting cigarettes. So far, so good. I've definitely been having like cravings and stuff, but I've been taking as many steps as I can. I mean, the Nick gum helps a lot. I've been taking as many steps as I can to like make things as easy on me as possible. Really trying to quit. Really trying to quit. So bad. I want to quit. I want to quit so bad. I'm happy about the progress I've made. And I feel good. I feel really good about myself for finally doing this and for trying and doing as well as I have been, honestly. I mean, 4 days probably doesn't seem like much. It seems like nothing. But to me, I legitimately thought that was impossible. Legitimately. I thought that was impossible for so long. Like, absolutely impossible. I don't know. I'm really proud of me. I'm really proud of me. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like to my own horn, but like this means a lot to me, and I'm just super proud of me for as well as I've been doing, and yeah, I don't know, go Team Dynamite. But we're gonna jump into this first video. The true story behind the first cheater in Rocket League. I don't know anything about this. If I were to guess, he probably, I don't even know like what kind of hacks you could use. Maybe like heat seek. I don't know if that's a thing, but like heat seek for goal. But I feel like that would be really obvious to spot. I don't know. Well, we're gonna jump in and take a look.
He suddenly became really good at freestyling.
We have never seen an example like this.
If he didn't get caught, he would have kept doing it.
He would use all of his friends as a use of defense. This was the first time we had ever seen actual coding to alter the files of replays.
The idea that there are no cheaters in Rocket League is a reassuring, if not naive, thought. It's one of the game's greatest perks. Hacks in Rocket League only exist in the context of mods for entertainment and clickbait garbage, but just because it hasn't happened before doesn't mean it isn't possible. And there are other ways to manipulate, deceive, and otherwise cheat the Rocket League community, some more nefarious than others. But none quite like the cheater we're talking about today, who used coding skills, manipulation, and lies to deceive an entire community.
That's crazy.
So how did he do it? And more importantly, how did he get caught? This is the true story behind the first cheater in Rocket League.
He started acting really weird when I asked for a certain clip. He sent me the replay and it crashed everyone's games if you tried to look at it.
He had basically used ball velocity.
I feel like that's already a telltale sign. If trying to view the replay within a legitimate copy of the game and it crashes, that already seems a little sketchy.
Clip. He sent me the replay and it crashed everyone's games if you tried to look at it.
He had basically used ball velocity commands.
Those are the voices of Nitrodrift and Taku. They're talking about the main character in this story, Jimmy.
Jimmy was a comp clip hitter.
His uniqueness in reverse camming, along with his mechanical consistency, are pretty much what made us want to bring him onto Redshift.
The freestyling side of Rocket League is a little smaller and more tight-knit than that of the competitive world. And just like living in a small town, everyone is going to know everyone, as well as their business. So when a relatively unknown comp clip hitter dropped one of the most incredible montages of all time, it was a bit of a surprise.
He uploaded that montage and I was literally like blown away. Like I literally thought he just was the best player ever.
This was the first montage we saw full shots in reverse cam.
Let's pause here because that detail is really important. One of the things that made Jimmy's montage so incredible was his usage of no-look reverse and manual cams. What that means is he would basically turn his camera away at the most difficult part of the shot. It's a really difficult, really cool stylistic move, and it's been used a little bit in the freestyling world, but never quite like this.
It's just a pure flex, like a pure, I don't need to look. That is pretty cool, and like I guess cinematically it looks sick, but like it's so interesting to see like what little things and mechanics end up being staples and like considered high tier gameplay. Like that's pretty wild. Like just looking backwards. But that is pretty impressive. I'm not like disparaging that at all. That's insane. I don't think I could do that at all. I struggle enough looking exactly where I'm going or focusing on the ball.
We hadn't
That
even
is
seen
crazy.
people's fails
That's
or
crazy.
attempts at doing something like this, so it was a very new thing.
I immediately wanted him to get in Redshift, vouched for him, and just thought it was completely insane.
It was
That's
just something completely
crazy.
new.
Unfortunately, it was also completely fake.
I first got suspicious when he made his next montage. It just had even more reverse cams and no cams. There was no like actual way to prove any of them were fake, but it was just suspicious.
As Jimmy gained more attention, he became too greedy and started to get more careless with how he faked his clips. Taku and Nitro were already suspicious simply because of how good the shots were. But with no way to prove it, they could only notice small issues.
We saw a lot of the ball doing those little jagged lines or teleporting after he had shot the ball, which was a red flag for me. That never happens when you're lagging. If anything, the server will just drop your inputs and the ball will fall down instead of constantly repositioning itself.
With only a few red flags, Nitro and Taku weren't able to do much, so Jimmy continued to fake clips. He even entered Gift Your Game's Goal of the Week contest and won twice, bringing in $200. Nitro and Taku were in a tough position because anytime someone
Damn,
would
that's
call
pretty
out,
fucked. He actually won money off the cheating. I feel like that isn't that grounds for legal actions. Can someone tell me if Jim's verse cam shit is fake or not? Because so many people say it's fake, but never give proof. And obviously, it's fishy that he doesn't post the in-game clips and only clips in replay. Interesting. So replay isn't in-game clips. There's a that's right. I think it does save it to Windows. If you have proof it's fake, send it to me in DMs, please. Sorry, Mia messaged me.
Jimmy, he would just undermine their efforts with manipulation and lies.
He turned cheating into a joke.
He would just say, "I'm not cheating, bro, LOL." And then he would use all of his friends as a use of defense, and they would be the ones like, "Dude, it's real, bro. I've seen the replay. You know, I trust him, all that." And he would just use them to kind of have a vouch for why he did the.
We've all seen the replay, haven't we? We've all seen it. That's kind of like what everyone's saying. They want to see the in-game clip, not the replay. Stay in your own lane, little man. You shouldn't be hurt. What? Damn. Okay, like, oh, Socks, what's up? How you doing? What's going on? I love this take that like you aren't a top skill freestyle player in Rocket League, so like don't even worry about if they're fake or not. This dude's like literally stealing money from the community by enrolling and winning contests with his fake clips, but don't fucking worry about it because you were never in the running for winning that money anyway. Like what a dumbass take. Hey, shut the fuck up. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Those clips.
He kind of turned it into a meme. So like if anyone ever said he was cheating, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm cheating, right?" Make all these jokes about it so that no one would actually take it seriously.
A lot of the stuff he did was for validation. He would always be asking me to comment on his videos.
That's
like,
just
if I
deflection.
Comment, then that means he made it, surely. And that was really weird to me. No one else in Redshift does things like that for validation.
At this point, Nitro and Taku could have given up. Jimmy had deceived his closest friends just so that he could continue cheating to gain recognition. Not only that, by showcasing fake Rocket League plays as reality, he was setting impossible standards not just for the
I haven't played
freestyle
Overwatch
community,
2.
but for the entire Rocket League scene.
Honestly, Overwatch 1 got my blood boiling so much all the time consistently, and with everything I've seen about Overwatch 2, I just don't know if I'm ever going to boot that one up, just because like I feel like that's going to be an instant blood boil for me.
The entire point of freestyling is to perform the cleanest, coolest looking shot possible through hours and hours and hours of repetition and practice. When someone undermines that entire idea by taking shortcuts, it robs the beauty of amazing clips from people that actually
Damn,
put
some
in
of
the
these
work
look
to do the
insane,
real
though.
thing.
People in this community take clip hitting very seriously a lot of the time. The clips people go for are insanely hard. They'll like grind for months to do them. The edits on Redshift and the other teams, the editors will spend months. They're insane. It's an art form. Having someone who just like faked their clips to get into teams and stuff, it just like ruins the integrity of all of it.
There's a great example of a very similar situation happening in a new development in Rocket League AI technology known as TAS, or Tool-Assisted Speedruns. My friend Rocket Sledge recently posted a fantastic breakdown of how TAS is being used in the scene. So I won't go into too much detail, because you should just watch that video. But basically, all you need to know is it's now possible to use AI to perform ridiculous plays that would be literally impossible for a human. I'm talking like 100 flip resets in a row kind of thing. If the casual player sees this, they might not realize it's fake and feel desperately inadequate in their own human abilities. I mean, I already feel desperately inadequate watching pros that are just way better than me. I definitely don't need to compare myself to a Rocket League cyborg on top of that. When the line between truth and fiction becomes blurred, no one benefits. It's a little ironic that Jimmy being a part...
What? That is the craziest shit ever. It's like upside down juggling.
Benefits. It's a little ironic that Jimmy
How is
being
he even
a part
moving
of the
like
freestyle
that?
community was actually harming his own source of attention by being a fraud. And he almost got away with it. Almost.
Kind of wanted to start gathering as many replays of him as I could, so I started like asking around people that were in different teams that he was in.
Determined to get to the bottom of the situation and find the truth, Nitro and Taku began compiling every ounce of evidence they could find. In one of the most impressive exposés I've ever seen in the Rocket League scene, Nitro and Taku created a single Discord server with one purpose: to publicly display everything they found that proved Jimmy was indeed faking clips. Here's what they found.
Yo, these guys went in.
The first command we found that started all this was called CL record FPS, and that was a command that allows you to change the tick rate of your replay and make it lower, which can make your touches look a lot more powerful.
CL record FPS in itself is not an issue at all. It's accepted in the free.
This is the first Rocket League cheater ever. So basically this person faked a bunch of freestyle clips of getting crazy hits, but they were actually using in-game commands to do things, or maybe stitching things together, because there were some weird ball movements here and there. And two other freestyle shooters, professionals in the scene, basically were suspicious of this guy faking his clips and investigated it themselves. So it looks like the first thing he did was make it to where like shots would look like they got hit a lot harder when they were actually a lot more slower and calculated.
Style community is a stylistic choice, comparable to altering the frame rate or shutter speed in a movie scene to make the motion seem more abrupt, like in the film Gladiator.
It doesn't really change it that much to the point where it would be considered like a fake clip. It just changes it a little bit.
You can see it make it look like the player almost flicks the ball. It's kind of cool. So we found that. We were like, what else can you do with Bacchus? And we look at the other commands, and then there's ball velocity. And we're like, oh, and then you try it in a replay, and it looks exactly what Jimmy did on his clips.
I thought it only could work in training and land match and exhibition match, anything local. And then I tried it in a replay and realized that it actually could move the ball in a replay.
Holy shit!
It started looking really similar to Jimmy's clips.
Nitro and Taku were now on.
So he used Bacchus mod to edit his replays. That's fucking crazy. I didn't even know you could do that. That's so goofy. That's so goofy.
The right track. Jimmy was using custom commands similar to what's found in Bacchus mod to alter his replays. Bacchus mod in itself is the greatest third-party resource that's ever been created for Rocket League.
Facts. Bacchus mod is fucking amazing.
Laying the groundwork for almost every creative piece of content to come out of the game, including a very solid majority of the videos on my channel. Not to mention endless quality of life and training tools that have pushed the game to new heights. But even the most innocent of modding tools can be abused. And Jimmy didn't just stop at changing the speed of his shots with the ball velocity command. It goes much, much deeper.
Knockback is something involved in freestyling. When you score, you'll be close enough to the net that the explosion will push you back, and you can kind of continue the freestyle from there. It's kind of bad if you
how?
score it and then you stop pressing your controller.
The knockback is directional, so based on where the ball explodes in the net, you will get knocked back like from that direction.
This means that since Jimmy would literally alter the path of the ball in his replays, you can actually see where he got careless.
Yeah, because his knockback wouldn't be. Oh, damn, that's huge. So the explosion on the goal, where it lined up with him in the direction he flew, just didn't line up. Oh my god, these guys straight up like CSI'd this. They were like fucking hardcore doing math. And like the trajectory, like based off where he is and where this explosion happens, he actually should have flown this way, but instead he flew, you know, 35 degrees to the west. So this has to be a fabricated like clip.
And would artificially send the ball to a more satisfying location in the net, but the knockback from the goal explosion would then be wrong, since it's based on the exact position of the ball in the net at the time of the goal.
Another thing that's pretty big is this thing called a two-touch. That's basically where you hit the ball and it pinches on your car.
It's like a flick, but you didn't start from dribbling it. You just do it.
I didn't even know about this.
So it goes faster than just a normal hit would have been.
You guessed it. Add the two-touch to the list of things Jimmy would fake in his clips.
He claimed that he lagged on like every clip he hit.
But it gets even worse. Remember that first montage that he uploaded with the groundbreaking reverse cam shots?
He would just score a normal clip, like using ball cam, looking at the ball the whole time, and then save the replay and use a plugin, and then you can do whatever you want with your camera. So he would reverse cam himself in that replay and saves
all the data.
The initial shot in game that we won't see, it was just a normal shot that Joe Schmo.
Oh my god!
Breaks the replay file into Python, and then he can change the values and stuff, and then
that's
convert it
fucking
back to
crazy.
He would change the velocity of the ball to make it look faster.
100%. It's amazing and really applaudable that they did thorough investigation within a Discord before releasing anything. That is brilliant and probably the way something like this should be handled. But damn.
Better placement, ball angular velocity, player velocity, his camera inputs, reverse cams or swivel cams, and he used the CL record FPS replay, which is fine.
Jimmy would use that CL record FPS command as an excuse for why the ball would sometimes look weird.
He would be like, oh, it's just because it was CL record FPS 10. We didn't actually figure this out until after, and he just admitted to it, but he also changed the Steam ID of opponents in his games.
This was the detail I could barely believe. Jimmy would play split screen with himself, join as a second player, then freestyle on himself, then change the Steam ID of his second car so it looked like he was freestyling on a real player.
Yo!
Like,
that's crazy. That is... It does not get much sadder than that. And also, like, if the second controller isn't doing anything, like, if no one has that car, is it even still a flex if you freestyle on an AFK player? Holy shit. This guy works so hard on cheating. And it's not even like cheating I guess it is a competitive zone, actually. He did win money. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Bro.
I think if he didn't get caught, he would have kept doing it. He just kind of got greedy with how insane he wanted to make his clips.
He only felt bad to the people he was manipulating once he was caught. His statement on it, he was just like, please, can I have my friends back?
Okay, no, I'm reading this.
On it, he was just like,
hi, sorry to all my friends, especially Jax, Chris, Pop, Otis, MP, Sours, Vise, Jusu. You guys were the best people ever to me and helped me so much, and I still love all of you. I don't know if you guys will ever forgive me, but I don't expect it. I threw away all that good trust, friendship, and memories over clips, and please, to whoever is reading this, never blame them for anything. They honestly all had no idea about me cheating. Nobody was involved but me, and I managed to hide it this entire time, put all the blame on me. I've been faking clips for over a year, and at the beginning I found it really cool because there is so much that I can do, and I really wanted to see how much I could change. I ended up learning a lot about replays, and I can change basically anything in a replay within 20-25 minutes at the most. Jesus Christ. It started with, okay, weird flex to throw in the middle of your apology. Like, I'm really sorry I did this, and it was really horrible of me, but I'm pretty damn good at it. Just saying. Just saying. I'm really good at lying to all of you. I did it for a long time. And I could make a bullshit video in like 30 minutes flat, no problem. Hey, what's up, Helix? Yeah, dude, this shit is wild. It started with small changes like changing my ranked opponents and seeing if people would notice if they're actual plats or if they're champs. Okay, so, oh my god. Yeah, he honestly did too much. If he spent all that time practicing instead of cheating, he would probably have some good clips. That's kind of what I was thinking in the back of my head this whole time. Like, how much time did you spend learning all this stuff no one knew? Changing little cam things and seeing whether people would notice changes, and ever since I've just been adding more and more modifications and seeing how far I could get, and it really did get me a long way. Okay, here's where I lose all sympathy and empathy and, you know, understanding for this individual. You didn't have to enter the clips into money-making competitions. You didn't have to enter them into competitions at all. You also didn't have to present them as real. You could have been upfront and said, modified via, you know, Bacchus mod, or, you know, experimental footage. There were a number of ways, I guess, you could have flagged it, to where people wouldn't have been sold on this idea that it was legitimate clips gotten in the way you're presenting them. But you clearly didn't want to do that. At no point were you interested in doing that. You were wholeheartedly interested in selling them as legitimate clips to be consumed and treated as legitimate clips, and you even went so far as to enter them into competitions where money was on the line and you took money. So I just don't know that this was just about seeing what I could do with the editor. Around February 2022, however, I got really bored and decided that I'd try and get more blatant over time and see how far I could get without being caught. As to be honest, this writing. I've been really tired of the game for the last year. I've also been a full-time uni student and really don't care about putting in the hours. So why grind all the time when I could just play for half an hour then fake a peak shot? So much easier. Okay, so now we get down to the brass tacks and the real reason. You were a busy person and you didn't want to grind out all the time it would take to actually get pretty good. So you just started faking it because you wanted all the glory without all the work. Which, I mean, yeah, that tracks. That actually seems a lot closer to what was probably going on here. Yeah, this guy just straight felt entitled to the earnings and the status of a top tier Rocket League player, and it's just like I would be that player if I wasn't in uni, and so I'm just going to, you know, edit the clips to make me that player because it's already mine anyway. It should already be mine, and the fact that it's not mine is ridiculous. So let me just write this wrong in the universe real quick by cheating. Maybe make some money out of it too. That'd be rad. Holy shit. However, what I forgot was that I had friends constantly defending me in public, and because of having faked clips for so long, I forgot that it was a bad thing, and it just felt neutral to me. Well, that doesn't work for me because you were asking them to constantly comment on your videos and using them on Twitter to defend you. So how did you forget? You were constantly trying to obtain their stamps of approval. I don't think you forgot. I think maybe you rationalized early on that it wasn't that big of a deal and then just ran with that sentiment. And the same thing is true with the initial, like, lying as a whole. You got desensitized and enjoys the thrill seeing how much people mauled at my clips, and there was no proof to counter them. There was, though. There was proof to counter them. You're saying that like there was zero proof that existed? But proof did exist. It was found and used. Also, it's not molding if they're right, is it? Is it molding? Is it molding if someone's like, this shit is fake, this shit has to be fake, and they're 100% right that it's fake? That just sounds like someone being spot on about your bullshit. I never really thought of a happily ever after where nobody figures it out because I still felt bad for having what was basically a fake reputation. Okay. I was also going to quit after Other side, anyways, because I'm going into a 3rd year of uni. I don't care about the game. Oh, I'm sure. That's okay. There's literally that sentence may as well mean nothing. There's no way for us to know if that's true. If they were actually going to quit because of uni, and like I feel like that's just a nonsense, a nothing burger statement. You know, like I was gonna quit anyway, so it doesn't even matter that I can't play the game anymore. Like that just seems like sore loser talk to me. I also had only one goal in Rocket League, and it wasn't team-based. I pretty much only got into my teams because of friends. I always was tired of freestyle and comp, always having the same shots all the time and nothing new being added, so I decided that it would be the only goal I'd have in mind, to make new shots. I mean, that backwards cam thing was pretty cool, but it sounds like other people were already kind of doing that. Just not as long and as crazily as you were. So did you bring anything new to the table other than cheating? Like, did you bring anything new to the Rocket League table other than informing the community of ways to manipulate clips and informing people of weariness they need to bring to, replays? That does serve some good to the community, ultimately, but, like, did you bring anything to the table other than that? I don't think so. And you actually took from the table because you, like, entered competitions, took money. You stole. You stole from the community, the legitimate community. I would make stages just so that people would get inspired and come up with new ideas. Play styles and shots. I only cared about attention and blowing up so that more people could see my videos and get inspiration. That's bullshit. You entered competitions and took money. It was not just about inspiration. Why? It is the only thing I'm happy about for this entire thing. Again, sorry to everyone that supported me and helped me during my time as a no flipper. Please don't be less supportive of upcoming players. They're not me. They're normal players just trying to make it somewhere, and I really hope I was able to leave with at least some legacy in the game. Now ratio me, Giga Chad. If there's a free spot, RS Chris, I love him. What? Okay, I don't know what that last part is about, but yeah, I think your legacy in the game is being like the first
Please,
dick.
can I have my friends back? Sorry, I cheated.
We saw like some of his DMs to other people right after it happened, and a lot of it was him being proud of it, that he was able to fake clips for so long.
Yeah, that's
so.
I mean, honestly, I'd say like a solid 40% of the tone of that letter was a fucking not so humble brag about the entire situation. Like, I was able to pull it off for a year.
Yeah.
As I listened to Nitro and Taku wrap up their story, I realized I had a big problem with making this video. The motivation for Jimmy to cheat and fake clips was pretty clear. It was for validation. By making this video, no matter how negatively he's portrayed, I'm still ultimately giving Jimmy exactly what he wants: attention. So to solve this problem, I'm gonna reveal something. The cheater's name is not Jimmy. I don't want this guy to get anything out of this, not even hate, because negative attention is still attention. So let's all focus instead on the real heroes of this story, who put in real time and effort just to preserve the authenticity of the community that they love. That's the story that deserves attention.
Yeah, fuck Jimmy! Holy shit.
Khan. Thanks for watching.
Yo,
I've been a Rocket League.
That is a brilliant way to handle that situation by like not putting in his real name. I applaud the shit out of that. That is amazing. Fuck Jimmy. You know, Jimmy always kind of annoyed me anyway. Always told Sarah, you know, when the Eds were just trying to have some fun, and she'd come over and beat mad Ed ass and just really rain on the parade for everyone. It was not fun for anyone, and it looks like Jimmy in Rocket League is really no different of a presence. Thanks for watching, guys. Follow me on Twitch to join us live, like and subscribe, and I will catch you later.